What makes a living room cozy? A few pillows, a blanket, owning a pet. Decorations can make your living room look cozier on the surface, but how can we recreate that real, genuine cozy feeling? Here are 8 life-changing tips to make your living room look cozier, along with practical, affordable furniture to give you the rest that you deserve. Genuine cozy feeling is created by mimicking nature. For a large chunk of human history, our bodies and nervous systems adapted to forests, mountains, sunlight and open skies. But what does it take to recreate nature cues in our living rooms? The first tip is to allow plenty of natural light inside. Avoid using bulky furniture with too dark colors, as they would absorb the natural light you get. Instead, use light-toned pieces with splayed-out legs or open frames to let light bounce off and travel freely. You can get a step further and add reflective surfaces like mirrors or metallic, even ceramic surfaces like, for example, the pole on your reading lamp in the living room or a beautiful ceramic vase. In my older apartment, I remember I really liked seeing the light bouncing off graciously from the polished wooden floor at noon. It's very charming and adds more space for natural light to travel. But how do we mimic light when the sun sets? Sunsets are among the most beautiful time of the day. People literally go on holidays to capture it. It's special because you only see it twice a day, at sunset and sunrise. It gives a very specific, unique color that feels warm and uplifting. Using artificial lighting, we can translate the beautiful sunset in our rooms to boost our sanity by using temperature colors around 3000 Kelvin for the sunset effect. I'm referring to sanity because temperatures above 7000 Kelvin are considered cold and would make our living room look like a fridge, which is not great for your mental state. We can use warm-toned reading lamps around reading zones or filtered headlights above our dining area. I would recommend lighting around 4000 Kelvin for a more balanced look, unless you want your living room to look like a sunflower, which if you want, go for it, but using one type of light is not enough. Harsh direct lighting in the living room is the enemy of coziness. What we need instead are multiple well-layered light sources that are also required for different purposes in the living room. Task lighting is needed for different tasks like doing your work, especially if you draw or write on paper, or if you read a book on your sofa. For reading on the sofa, there are plenty of designs you can choose from. The classic choice is the Eliona Nordic tripod lamp, which looks pretty good honestly and is very affordable. Accent lighting highlights particular objects that you would love to see. It should be an object with a reflective surface for maximum impact. You want light to travel and jump around. Ball table lamps are my personal favorite for accent lighting, and I might get one soon. It's very great because the spherical surface distributes light very evenly. Lastly, we do need ambient lighting for general visibility in case we want to clean or order our room at nighttime or if we lost something. Now I get it, ambient lighting gets a lot of hate, especially recently, because it's very harsh and aggressive, and fair enough. We can avoid the harshness of the ambient general light by using wall sconces on the wall, or if you already have an overhead light, we can use a filter for creating a shade, like a boho raton fixture or a paper ball to diffuse the direct light. So we lit well our cozy scene in the living room. But what should the scene itself look like? Using warm colors for your walls in the living room reflects natural sunlight in a soft, comforting way. I recommend beige, brown, and yellow colors to make your room feel warm and safe. Use accent darker colors where you need them, like deep brown or dark gray, to anchor your space. Otherwise, it's gonna feel like everything is floating. Warmer colors make your room feel intimate and safe, unlike cold colors which would make your living room look like a fridge. The scene is set and well colored, so what do we actually place in it? Textures are your best friend when it comes to a cozy furniture in your living room. Like in nature, textures bring life to a particular piece, giving it depth and character. But aren't natural textures darn expensive, you may ask? Well, I wouldn't be insisting you buy an Italian vinyl sofa or update your entire flooring with hardwood. But honestly, I prefer laminate flooring anyways. Anywho, you can add textures in an affordable way by using a floor lamp with a metal pole, or buy a coffee table with an oak natural surface and metal industrial styled legs. It's good to have natural textures in some of your interior pieces first, and then you can finish decorating the rest of your living room with woolen rugs, pillows and blankets. However, we need to make sure your living room feels safe. Round furniture is the definition of cozy. It has positive effects on the human mind as it resembles organic shapes that we see in nature. Organic shapes flow like a river and move like the wind and add a sense of liberation and freedom in a room. That doesn't mean your sofa needs to look like a hot dog. It's enough to make sure your sofas and armchairs have slightly rounded edges. Affordable organic piece you can buy is an oval-shaped or circular-shaped coffee table or a circular wooden rug for the floor. Both work fine as well. We talked a lot about nature motives related to coziness, but what better way is there to mimic nature than adding plants? It's very self-explanatory. Natural life in your living room has well-documented effects for your sanity. Plants are well documented to promote healing on a mental and consequently physical level. Plants make your room feel calm and cozy. Use plants with darker leaves like aloe vera and rubber plant, and brighter leaves like majesty palm and string of pearls. You can get ceramic pots to add natural texture to your living room and make natural light bounce around your plants. That's pretty neat. So now we know what to put in our living rooms, but how do we order it? Zoning your living room properly is the way to make a cozy composition. You can create effective yet seamless different zones in your living room by using rugs, change the floor type, change the style or color of your lighting. Zoning a space creates emphasis on it, making it feel cozy and special, like this small reading zone or this nook for reading. The feeling of coziness we admire is the same feeling we get by going outside in nature. The natural warm light that touches our skin, bouncing off surfaces and diffusing gently in the air is what makes us feel warm and cozy. Scandinavian design captures the essence of coziness and goes even a step further by adding a layer of calmness. You can learn how to combine warmth with calmness into your own home with Scandinavian design tips and furniture. More about Scandinavian design in the video right here.